Hi, Paul Donovan here, avtechnician.ca. Welcome to another episode of Tips and Tricks for AV Technicians. Today, I'm going to talk about pipe and drape. No, I'm not referring to bagpipes and all that stuff. What I'm referring to is AV services where we will place a wall of drape behind the stage as a backdrop for making the staging look nicer. Now, there is two significant types of drape. There's the thin, more translucent, very light material that is often called banjo drapery. That is often used in trade shows and things like that. I'm going to talk more about the heavier velour type drapery because this is the one that takes more effort to do. And frankly, I don't usually use the banjo very often because I don't often do trade show setups and so on like that. So, first we're going to talk about the pipes. Now, the pipes that I use are the pipes that are used for supporting the drape. Now, the drape is quite heavy, so this pipe has to be also quite heavy, quite strong and supportive. So the first thing at the bottom is a base plate. Now, some companies do different ways of how their base plates are. I've seen people who have base plates that are like almost 4 feet across, but they're a thinner metal. They just depend on the width of the plate. Most of the plates I work with are about 18 inches by 18 inches, and they have a metal piece that is screwed into the bottom where the actual pipe will come onto. So think of it as the insert. Now, some companies will take that pipe off, that support piece off every time they pack it up. The company I work, we keep them attached. Also, we generally, in the company I work with, we put that support piece on the corner. Other companies tend to put it in the middle. There is also a highly recommended technique that you should also place on that base plate, which is really heavy already, but you should place some sandbags on it so that it doesn't tip over, because by the time it supports the drape and everything, it really gets quite heavy. All right, so then there's the upright pieces, and the upright pieces are usually composed of three parts. There's the outer tube, then there's the middle tube, and then the top tube, and it's all worked together by using a little device that clamps on it. And all you do is once you've placed it into the support on the base plate, you put that in. Now, don't raise it up yet, because unless you're really too super tall, you're going to have a problem with reaching it. So at this point, most of them are about 7 feet high and 6.5 to 7 feet high, so you can still reach the top. You need two uprights, and then there's a cross piece that goes across the thing, and the end of the cross piece has a little hook in it that goes into the top of the upright pipe. You're going to need one cross piece and two uprights. The cross piece also have an extensibility where they can extend. They have a little knob that pops out into preset locations, but they can also not fit the preset location. So that's the pipe. Here I am already 3 minutes in, and I haven't even talked about the drape. Well, most of the AV drape that is used is the heavier velour drape. The new modern ones are a lighter material, which is really great because it also has built-in fireproofing in case these things catch fire. The older drapes were really heavy, and every time they got wet or then you had to fireproof them, and we hated them. The newer ones also, anyway, let's talk about them. They're 3-foot wide panels. They're anywhere from 12, 14, 16, and I've even heard about 18 and 20-foot pieces, but wow, that's a bit unusual. Most of the ones I work with are 12 and 16 foot. At the top is a hemmed pocket where you'll be able to push the pipe through, and on the ends of each of the pieces of drape is a little part of the pocket that's exposed and has little bits of Velcro. So when you push the pipe through the pocket and you hook it onto the top of the upright, you'll find that these little pocket areas are able to wind over and close over and make the black drape smooth. Now, most of the time, if you set the crosspiece at its normal setting, which is maximum, is normal two-stop setting, you're going to need at least 4 panels, and if you've got them to spare, maybe even 5 panels to comfortably fill that, because once you've loaded the drape onto that pipe, you want to sort of shuffle it around and make the little pockets or pleats all nice and equal. This really is an important thing to do, is also to make the pleats nice and neat, because this helps the drape hang when it's hanging on the ground and helps keep it going and helps keep it smooth, and it actually looks better. I have seen guys set things up where they don't equalize out the pleats, and the thing just looks terrible, and then you got to bring it down. So once you've got the drape put on, 4 panels for each section, usually, sometimes 5, then you want to go to the uprights and go across slowly and raise each one about 2 feet. Go to the next one, raise it about 2 feet, go to the next one, gradually raising it up 2 feet at a time. First you start with the top thinner one, go up until you've gone up about 4 to 5 feet. Then you work with the middle tube going upwards 3 to 4 feet. And then by that time you should be hitting the ceiling of the ballroom, and that should be good. So it all depends whether you're working with a 12-foot or 16-foot is how far you go up. It's always good to send somebody to the back of the room to eyeball it to see that it's all hanging nice and straight. I hope you understood what I was talking about. This is Paul Donovan from avtechnician.ca. Thanks for watching another one of our shows. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also check out our website at www.avtechnician.ca, where we have tips and tricks and other things for AV technicians. Thank you for watching.